opening game in the DHL Oktoberfest Sevens. It is in Pool C, and Australia, as we have already mentioned, have come here pretty packed out. Andy Friend has gone with a strong squad and led by captain James Stannard. You have the likes of Simon Kennewell. Keep an eye for Lockie Anderson, number 12, plenty of pace, and we're hearing big things about number 4 on the bench, Morris Longbottom. If he gets a chance today, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. Well, the Chileans are captain Francisco Uros, Joaquin Uichi in number 2, and Marcelo Torrealba. Exciting on their day, but it's a big ask for them against a very experienced Australian side. It is the opening game. We're hoping for plenty of excitement to set the tone for the afternoon as the crowd continue to filter in this magnificent stadium, the Olympic Stadium here in Munich. Well, you can see Oktoberfest obviously attracting millions of visitors every single year, and for good reasons as well. We're almost set to go. So here we go, Australia against Chile in our opening game in Munich in Pool C. Australia in their traditional gold with blue trim, and the Chileans in red and white, set to go, taking on what is a very strong Australia team. Captain James Stannard there in your picture, leading the side out. So much experience for him. We mentioned the likes of Lockie Anderson and the boys, but for Chile, I'm sure it'll be a feeling their way into this process this afternoon. First game, bound to be a little bit of nerves, and we're almost set to go. Referee Paulo Duarte from Portugal is going to take charge. It is a beautiful afternoon for rugby, and Carl Tanana, New Zealand Sevens legend, is beside me. What a day we have, what a stadium here.
Oh, outstanding stadium, and I'm sure it won't be lost on these two teams as they ran out. What it means to be here as we get Sean Maloney dropping the match ball up top.
Yes, I do. Yes.
That's just about the best pass I've ever seen Big Shawnee do, KT. Accuracy not one of his strong points, but he doesn't mind the heights, and that's a pretty good way to get us underway here in Munich. It'll be James Stannard to get us playing from left to right, Australia, and they will be one of the favourites to go and lift this trophy. We're underway. Stannard, nice and high, just over the 10-metre line. It's come back on Chile's side, and first touch of the ball there for Fernandez, opted to use the boot, and Stannard recycles and tries to set Tom Lucas on his way. Lucas with the pass on the outside to Kennewell. Little check from him. Look for support. Stannard once more. Australia, well, a handling error just when it looked like they were dangerous. They're going to move that ball wide.
Yeah, they set it up nicely. He knows too. John Porch just smacking the ground, but you expect that first game. Had a nice shape about them, did the Australians. Had a little cup at the defence, didn't they? But Chile, they can't throw the ball away. They kicked it through Fernandez. They want to keep possession. I think, Q, in this first game, anything can happen. So this Chilean team, if they can get up, score first and keep possession, they're a chance.
Physically not the biggest side. They're quite small and squat. Bar Pedro Verskey with the blue scrum grab just on the inside of your picture. Little feet control there from Torrealba, and then gets the pass away to Fernandez, who keeps it alive. Nice work. Uichi helps to go to ground. Still there for Chile, just trying to work the blind side. Not a bad little pass, no look from Verskey. Lovely, beautiful hands, and it's going to be a foot race for this one. Stannard trying to come across, he's not going to catch Fernandez. First try Chile, you call the KT, that's exactly what they've done.
That was a nice bounce back too from Pedro Verskey, the number 4. They had good line speed, Australia, so they forced it back in to the touchline, but Verskey with this nice little pass right here takes out multiple defenders, and he had a number of support players, but he didn't need them in the end. What a start, Chile.
Well, Stannard with the experience, but he did not have the pace there. And Fernandez touches down in the corner. 2 minutes and we have our first try in the Oktoberfest Sevens here in Munich. Conversion attempt, not the cleanest of strikes, but goes to the right and wide, so we stay at 5 points. But Fernandez, the honour of getting the first try of the weekend.
Oh, what a moment. That was a nice moment of a pass too from Verskey, and from here Rodrigo Fernandez is never going to be caught. What that does for this confidence be outstanding.
Looked like he enjoyed that one. I think he looked up and saw James Stannard, the player chasing him, and said, you know what, old boy, I think I have your legs here. A big ferocious thumping tackle goes in. Uros gives away the penalty, and Stannard wastes no time getting play back underway. Little check from Kennewell, and over the halfway line he goes. Sets it up for Stannard, and they've got 3 on the outside here. Anderson leaves it go. Quinn. Back to Anderson. Going to fancy his chances here to break that first tackle. He does, and the pass inside is a good one. All too easy. And Brandon Quinn is going to strike back for Australia. Down it goes. Well, maybe a little question about the grounding from that side.
I think his reaction, Hugh, said it all. I think he's lost this. Here's Quinn.
No try. Incredible.
Oh, well, set up nicely though. Lockie Anderson was the one who made the break. And ran a nice line, Brandon Quinn, but just at the end, the put down, he didn't get right. This will be a nice angle of it. What a bit of defence. Yeah, dropped it cold.
Wow. What a tackle. Benjamin De Viets.
Crouch. Mind.
Well, that's Chile off the hook. No question about it. Feed again from Torrealba, and the little scrum half with a sniping run. Tries to get away from the long arms of Ben O'Donnell.
Hold.
Still there for Silva. Little offloads. Falls out, says the referee. Australia trying to come through, but Chile give away the penalty. Quick tap and go from Anderson. Got his goal left. Should be an overlap here if they can create the space. Oh, good cover tackle on John Porch. Stannard with a little pass to O'Donnell, and then an interception, and off he goes again. Fernandez. Oh, tip tackle. Stannard says not this time, buddy. And the Australian captain comes away with it. Foot race for the corner now. Lucas is going to touch down for Australia. Well, just when Chile thought they might have run the length of the pitch through Fernandez, tip tackle. Australia turn it over, and Tom Lucas takes full advantage.
Just a 50-50 pass from this Chilean team. Fernandez was the one who got the intercept. Just when he gets taken out with a dangle tap by Stannard, flicks it away, needs to just set that up. That's that inexperience that they have, but the most experienced player for Australia puts himself in position. Stannard, and then the great footwork from Tom Lucas. It was a hard try, but they got there.
So Lucas strikes back for Australia. After the disallowed try from Brandon Quinn, Australia make amends with less than 3 minutes to go in the first half. Conversion still to come on Stannard. Looks like he took a bit of a knock. Is he winded there?
Looks it's a midriff complaint. This will be huge. Game 1. Heavy one on deck, and Stannard already been heavily involved for Australia.
That's the key moment there, right?
Right there, that 50-50 ball. Stannard takes a late shot. That's what it is. He was loose, and that's the ones that hurt the most. So hopefully it's just winded, nothing broken.
It's now to get back to his feet. And the conversion attempt by the try scorer, Lucas, and that one flag stay down. So we're level at 5 points apiece. Chile striking first, Australia hitting back, and the captain still down on his knees. Wait to see if he's okay to get back. He's made a tough stuff though, as James Stannard. Good to see him back on his feet.
Oh, yeah, tough as nails is James Stannard. There's no way he's going off, that's for sure. But this Chilean team with this first try been highly competitive, especially in the physicality stakes.
Had to lay down a marker here. Fine margins of international sevens. Fernandez, if that ball had gone to hand, Chile might have gone and scored. It went to the wrong player though, and Australia don't need a second invite. Silva, any room for him? Strong handoff. I mentioned they're not the tallest team, but they physically don't take a backward step, these Chileans. And here's the try scorer, Fernandez. Little drift across the pitch, the pass doesn't go to hand. And still there for Versquet. Silva with the pass on the outside. Davids, and Davids has got pace to go round one, and then it'll stop check, and he's still going, keeps himself in play, and the pass was beautiful. Marcelo Torrealba touches down for Chile. They are not here to take part.
Well, Davids, I like the way he backs himself on the outside, the number 12. It stretched to the fence, and he gave the nice impasse to Torrealba, running some great support lines. You can see the confidence in which they're throwing these wide balls. See there, he put his head down, he stretches the field, little stop, stutter, step, brings in the sweeper, and that's a nice offload. Well done, Torrealba. Well done, Davids.
Yeah, wonderful breakdown there, and again, Stannard coming across with Lockie Anderson, and a little stop shot fooled him. Pass back inside was perfect, and that's the benefits of running a decent support line. Touchdown try, Marcelo Torrealba, and he's going to try and convert his own score. No conversions with 3 tries gone, so 10 points to 5 with a minute left to go. We have a game here.
Well, most definitely. The thing for me, though, Hugh, is can the Chilean team keep this high level for the whole game? minute out from half-time. They can ill afford to let Australia score.
Anderson takes the restart. Lucas goes past Fernandez. Oh, Fernandez let him go. And off he goes. Lucas again looking for his second. Chopped down. And Australia still have it. Stannard, numbers queuing up on the right-hand side here. Little looping pass on the outside to Quinn. Keeps the ball, just loses it. Second knock-on for him. That one, no, not quite over the try line, but the old hands letting him down, Brandon Quinn.
He's looked good on this footwork, has Quinn. Just missed out on a try this half. This is a nice pass right there. That's Quinn. Knew he wasn't going to get on the outside stop. Kept his balance just there, though. Got to have a bit more respect for the ball.
Let's go. Yeah.
Unusual handling errors there for Australia. Brandon Quinn won when he thought he'd scored a try. What's the old coaches say? You two hands on the ball, take no chances. And Chile say that's the end of the first half. They'll be delighted with that. And Edmundo Olfos, the coach, happy with his lot. Try for Fernandez in your picture there. Second one from Torrealba means the half-time score in our opening game in Pool C. Australia 5, Chile 10.
Thank you.
Está cerrado. Una pechulea muy fácil, entonces cerremos, ¿no? 15 a 15 y flotémoslo un poquito y démosle el externo porque se nos puede ir, pero si estamos controlados, después podemos recuperar la central. Estamos muy abiertos, está muy fácil controlar uno contra uno, ¿vale? Y el ataque está bien, pero hay que tener la posición de la pelota. Está perfecto la licencia, soltamos la pelota yo y acá está, asegura ir a patear al fondo.
I like what Stannard said to his team, the Australian captain, saying he just have to be more clinical. They don't have to score on the first time they have possession. To set up the play might take 3 or 4 occasions to get that score. But that experience, I think, in the second half will show out for this Australian team.
I think they've been caught a bit unawares, these Australian boys, by the physicality, the intensity of the Chileans, and their finishing as well has been second to none. They've had really only 2 chances and they've taken both of them. Long way to go, 7 minutes in the entire second half for Australia to try and fight back and get their noses in front for what would be the first time in the game. It's been Chile who took the lead and they get us back underway. Lucas fires it to the right-hand side. Kennewell trying to get through. Porch has to take the tackle. Still there for Lucas. Stannard. Lucky Anderson outside him. If he needs him, there he is. Gets the pass away. Nowhere to run. And then Chile come away with it, but the referee's whistle's gone. Offside.
The offside line was created there, and unfortunately for Chile, De Witt has to get up and not play their ball, come back through the gate before he can use it. But that's better already from Australia. They're setting markers. They're able to fire off that, so they'll be tough to keep out here, Australia.
Let's go.
Killingworth to Lucas. Stannard switches play to his left-hand side. Anderson on a decoy run. Pass to Porch. Back to Lucas, there's 2 outside him again, looking to work this blind side. Stannard keeps it alive, Anderson. Chilean defence just holding the line at the moment, all about keeping their discipline here. Any break in the chain and Australia will take advantage of it. Killingworth dies with the ball. Kennewell. 2 overlap here, the last strong hands from Porch, can't get away from De Witt though. Kennewell at scrum half. Stannard. 1 outside him, just drifting across again. Chileans have to make those first time tackles. Verske and they win the penalty.
Holding.
I was just about to say the defense of this Chilean team is very connected and they're making their tackles, the enthusiasm is over and above the Australians at the moment. See here, Stannard decides to go on the outside, doesn't release the ball. That is good work.
At the moment, Chile have an answer for everything Australia throw at them. Unusual to see kicking up for touch in the sevens game, but that's what Chile just want to relieve a bit of pressure, maybe.
Yeah, smart play, getting out of their own territory and have a bit of a break. They've had to make a number of tackles.
12.
I think now, Hugh, the most important score is the next one for both teams. If Chile get the next try, I think it'll be very tough to pull back Australia. They need it, obviously.
Well, a bit of a surprise to
We
see
use the
Benjamin
line here,
DeViet's
okay?
going off. He is the quickest player on the wing, but
Come in.
he's going to take a bit of a break.
Come on.
And line out will be to Chile. Well, didn't quite go to plan, but they've come away with the ball. And then not releasing on the ground. Penalty against. Chance for Australia to go here. Lucas over the halfway line. Nobody interested in tackling him. Spins out of one, then gets the ball away. There's an overlap on the right-hand side. If Australia can make the numbers work for them, Kennewell into contact. Put down by Torrealba, and then back on his feet again. Lucas at scrum half. Stannard thought about the pass to Porch, but took it into contact himself. Referee was playing advantage to Australia.
It's hard rugby sevens though at the moment. You can see a lot of hands on hips from this Australian team. The endeavours there, unfortunately at the moment, just overrunning the ball. Their running lines aren't right.
Let's go.
Beautiful afternoon in Munich, but it's quite heavy out there, and the players breathing pretty heavily as a result.
Backwards.
That one went backwards, didn't go forward. But Chile, look at the pressure they're putting on, and they come away with possession. Chance to run this one now. Had a long spell in the second half without the ball, the South Americans, but it's still there.
Backwards.
Uros, the captain, but almost running into his own man there, keeping the ball alive though. Here's the substitute, Alacon.
Look now! Leave it!
Uros once more. Patient stuff with the ball from Chile. Australia having to make the tackles. Kennewell puts him down, and then turnover ball. Chance to use it as well. Killingworth
No, red!
inside Chile's 22.
Kicking out
And
the
again
ball
another
on the right.
penalty. Quick tap and go by Stannard. Once runners in behind. Chance here for the corner. Foot race. Hood trying to go the outside. Touches down. Australia score in the corner, and Matthew Hood off the bench has leveled things up.
Well, they got there in the end, didn't they, Australia? They made it hard, but Matthew Hood, using his speed on the outside, created the one-on-one right there. Was going to back himself. They just tried the ankle tap, but he does well to keep his body in play and get the ball down.
So conversion attempt looks pretty good from here. The flags go up, and Stannard puts Australia in front for the first time in the game.
All on the outside, keeping their width, creating the hole, getting the one-on-one mismatch, and out-and-out speed on the outside with Matthew Hood.
So 12-10, Chile behind in the last 2 minutes of the game. After all their work, they're going to need a score of some description here, but they do have time and they have possession. Taken by Larenas. As well tackled. Uros working that blind side again. It's an interception. It's popped up on a plate for Anstey, and then gets the pass away. Uros trying to chop him down at the knees, keeping it alive. Should be there for Australia, and Hood gets his second. 2 tries in the space of 90 seconds.
Well, the bench has been good for Australia. Matthew Hood, he gets a double. Obviously, Boyd Killingworth has made a couple of nice turnovers at the breakdown. Manstey getting that ball away. This young man also Longbottom. He's come into this tournament with a lot of reps, and he gets involved straight away. See Amir, the man in jersey number 4, great footwork. I like that though, Hugh. The way he's able to realise and connect with his supporting players, and Hook was right there.
Stannard doesn't miss those, and Australia push further clear. 19 points to 10 in this Pool C opener. They lead Chile, and Stannard to restart. 40 seconds, and they need 2.
Play on.
Australia have been given a fright here, I tell you, by the South Americans. Verske does well to stay in play, but lost it temporarily.
The ball is not out.
Well, they need 2 scores to get anywhere near Australia. Do Chile, so they need to speed this up. They're sort of slowing it down at the moment.
Maybe heavy legs has been a lot of work, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. Spent the guts of 3.5 minutes in the second half without much possession, Chile, and it is tiring chasing those Australian boys around, particularly in the heat.
You got to stay in, stop and jump. Stay in.
Uros takes the line out. Ball off the top. Lorenas with a grubber kick through. Australia having to go back. And it's Alarcon giving chase again. Hood, what an impact he's had. 2 tries off the bench and back to prevent a Chilean score. With time up at the end of the match. Skelton still going. Juggle with the ball. Quick pick off the base, long bottom. Oh, we told you in quick feet, and long bottom off he goes. Australia going to finish with a try, and it's go to Morris, long bottom, touches down. Big things expected of this guy, you can see why.
And that guy who just come up and said congratulations, Skelton, as well. They've been huge off the bench, these young men for Australia. Skelton was the one who made the initial impact for this guy. Once he received the pass, long bottom, set up one and scores one himself.
Yeah, look at this for acceleration. Beautiful quick feet. Former rugby league player. Was told he was too small to make it a rugby league. I tell you what, those quick feet, he could do a lot of damage on the 7th circuit.
Oh, most definitely. Is that the older than you right there? The captain, James Stannard, Morris Longbottom, looking good for Australia, and they'll take that win.
Well,